The 2026 season for the Burlington Sock Puppets just about to get underway, and it starts with an exhibition game against the Melon Heads, a team of content creators and YouTubers who spend most of their time doing baseball videos, but then on the off chance, get a chance to play against some of the best college players in the Southeast. We welcome you into Burlington Athletic Stadium on a hot and sunny Wednesday night for this exhibition matchup. Burlington is trying to chase what it did last season, and that's get to the championship game. And what better way to start its momentum by taking on a team of local content creators and YouTubers. So meeting the Melon Heads lineup, starting at second base, 5 points vids, or Adam Jackson will bat first. Lapbros hits second and plays right field. Carter Reben is batting third and playing shortstop. Swingman is in the 4-hole, and he'll be designated hitting. Chris Vasquez is at third base. He's batting fifth. Lane Hours is playing center field and hitting sixth. Rodrigo Sanchez in the 7-hole. He'll play left field. And White Rose Baseball over at first base will hit eighth. It's Chase Corsi, the catcher, hitting ninth, and an extra hitter, Connor Burrell, is hitting 10th. And for the Sock Puppets, they'll send out a lineup of Bruce Weish in left, Bryce Clavon in center, Devin Mitchell is in right field, Brent Smith over at third base. He played at Elon this season. The returner Orlando Fernandez is at shortstop, Braden Moranto at second, Munoz is at first base, Mason Pickering the catcher, DeCarlo DHing for tonight's starting pitcher from nearby Southeast Alamance High School, Bubba Sims draws the nod. It's a 0-0 start in this one. The first pitch from Sims is in there for strike one, and we are underway. Leading off for the Melon Heads is Adam Jackson. The 0-1 is inside for a ball. Jackson plays in the National Adult Baseball Association in Richmond, Virginia. Hit .297 last season in a 12-game season. The 1-1 is outside, called strike two. In a summer outing in a perfect game tournament last season, Sims was up to 92 miles an hour on his fastball. Uncommitted senior. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed late on the off-speed pitch, and there's one down here in the first inning. There's a standoff going on between two of the bullpen members of Burlington and two of the players on the Melon Head squad after the national anthem. The Sock Puppets pitchers are near the mound of the bullpen, which is past third base. The Melon Heads players are about 45 or so feet from being hit by a potential foul ball. Lapbros stands in with one out here in the first. First pitch from Sims is a called first strike. The fastball moving to start things off. He wears a GoPro on his helmet, wearing number 7 tonight. A man who has amassed 500,000 subscribers on YouTube doing baseball content. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Late on the fastball, almost spins out of his shoes. That brings the count quickly to 0-2. Sims working from the stretch, offsets his feet, and his black cleats goes home. 0-2 is tapped foul back beyond home plate. Well, it was an absence last year, but this Melon Heads team has been here before. They were competitive in 2023 when Eric Sim, the king of JUCO, played on the team. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back over the bleachers on the first base side. Another 0-2 will come from Sims. The 0-2 is inside, downstairs for a ball. The Sock Puppets managed this year by Mickey Tettleton, a guy who slugged 250 home runs in the big leagues over a 12-year career. And the 1-2 is in there, a called third strike, and Sims has racked up back-to-back punch-outs to open this one. Well, the skipper Tettleton spent 2 seasons with the Danville Otterbots, a team about an hour north of Burlington. In stands Carter Reben. He's a 4-year player at University of Maryland Eastern Shore. First pitch is a fastball called for a strike. Just one umpire tonight behind the dish, although the Melonheads boast the umpire channel, a guy who makes content about umpires, day in the life of an umpire. It's ground to third. Smith fields it, shuffles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Bubba Sims. The first look at the defensive prowess of the 2026 Sock Puppets. The nearly 2-month-long season of the MLB Draft Appalachian League gets underway tomorrow. Burlington heads to Kingsport to take on the Axemen. That'll be a 3-game series before a day off on Sunday. And then they'll play the home opener against the River Turtles of Pulaski on Monday night. We hope you can join us at the ballpark for that one. Getting the start for the Melonheads on the mound is a guy who did the national anthem on a violin, Jimmy Strings, the southpaw. And his defense behind him, he'll have Chris Vasquez at third, Carter Reben at shortstop, Adam Jackson playing second base, also known as 5 Points Vids. And over at first base, White Rose Baseball. In the outfield, Rodrigo Sanchez was supposed to start in left field, but he's still doing the national anthem standoff. And then in center field, Lane Hours, and the right fielder, Lapbros, Chase Corsi behind the dish. The starting lineup for Burlington tonight: Bryce Clavon will hit first, Orlando Fernandez in the 2-hole, Bruce Weish bats third, Devin Mitchell is the 4-hitter, Vincent DiCarlo is designated hitting in the 5 spot, Justin Munoz is hitting 6, Mason Pickering behind the plate, he's batting 7th, Brent Smith is hitting 8th, and Braden Moranto lines out the lineup for the Sock Puppets.
Jason, and those moves, that was something. That was something.
Base coaches for the Sock Puppets: Tommy Williams over at third base, Roger Hill will slide over to first base, and the umpire channel down at first base umpiring. First pitch to Bryce Clavon, a Clemson product, swings and misses at the first pitch. Spent a year at Georgia and then moved to Clemson for a year, back in the portal and seeking for a new home for his junior season. First pitch from Strings is swung on and missed. It's an 0-1 pitch, and that one is outside, called strike 2, so Clavon quickly down 0-2. A guy who played primarily in the infield, but starting in center field tonight for Burlington. The 0-2 is outside, changeup misses. Clavon makes the count 1-2. Shadows just starting to cast down on home plate, just after 7 o'clock here in Burlington. Clavon whacks one, and that one's into left field for a base hit. Leadoff man on here in the first inning. And as explained by the director of fun, Josh Stewart, before the game, Burlington will be capped at a 3-run maximum per inning. Try and keep this game as competitive as possible. And now the fan favorite, Orlando Fernandez, will stand in, starting at shortstop tonight. Had a tremendous year at Northwest Florida State College this season. Hit .395 in 53 games. First pitch to Fernandez, swung on, sent into the gap in left center field. Horse has to get on his horse. That one's going to roll all the way to the track. Clavon being waved around third. Fernandez will stroll into second with an RBI double, and just 5 pitches into this one, Burlington has a 1-0 lead. Picking up right where he left off. Fernandez was tremendous last season, a .321 hitter for Burlington. and he puts them on top early in this one. And now a guy who has spent his entire collegiate career on the diamond. Bruce Weiss steps in. He started 103 games over the last 2 seasons at North Carolina A&T. Watches the first pitch in there for strike 1. Count moves to 0-1. Fernandez leading off a second. The delivery home. This is outside for a ball. Weiss with yellow batting gloves, reminiscent of that North Carolina A&T team that he played for the last 2 seasons. Holds the bat offset above his right shoulder at about a 45-degree angle. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled back. One of 2 Aggies on this team. Jason Johnson, one of the pitchers on the squad. Also played at North Carolina A&T this past season. 1-2 from Strings is down low, ball 2, and the count even now at 2-2. One of the left-handed pitchers, Joshua Evans, has delivered water to the 2 bullpen pitchers, still participating in the standoff down the left field line. 2-2 to Weiss. Didn't offer at it, now the count is full. Full count pitch from the lefty home. Checks the runner once. Weiss sends a hard ground ball to third. Scooped up, Vasquez shuffles, throws to first, and nearly got White Rose to pull off the base. But the umpire channel makes the call. And that's the first out of the inning. Fernandez unable to advance. It's an unproductive first out of the inning. That'll bring up Devin Mitchell, an outfielder from North Carolina State. A lot of pop in his bat. Waits the offering from Strings. Now gets in his stance. Slight bat waggle. First pitch is called. First strike on the outside corner. Strings working out of the stretch. Offsets his feet, his front foot in front of his back foot. Looks towards the runner. Kicks the leg, goes home, and gets Mitchell chasing, and the count 0-2. The native of Edmond, Oklahoma, Mitchell is. Hit a home run in his first career AB at North Carolina State. The 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. Guy who played JUCO ball at Florence Darlington Technical College and was a .374 hitter his sophomore season. Hit .398 in his freshman season there. The 0-2 is just downstairs for a ball. Strings wanted that and doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adjusts his helmet. Now puts the bat in his stance and gets set. The 1-2 is called. Third strike. Mitchell did not like the call, and he will walk back to the dugout as Strings does a celebration on the mound, and now there's 2 outs here in the first inning. And another one of the Wolfpack members of this team, in stands Vincent DiCarlo, right-handed hitting designated hitter. 35 at-bats this season at North Carolina State. Pickoff move to second. And Fernandez back in standing. And 5 points Vids is irate at the call. And he is ejected from the game. The umpire channel has thrown 5 points Vids out of the game. And now he will take off his jacket and play second base. The umpire channel not taking anything, setting the tone early in this game. Ejects his teammate. who will bound off the field towards the dugout, and he will replace his teammate at second base. 0-0 the count to DiCarlo. Fernandez leading off a second, had an RBI double here earlier in the first. And Mitchell fouls that one off. DiCarlo with a two-color wood bat. A solid grain on the bottom with a red barrel. Holds his hands right behind his ear. Bat nearly perpendicular with his body. The pitch is outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One run on 2 hits in the bottom of the first for the Sock Puppets. Pitch from Strings is outside. Curveball missed. And now 2-1. Crowd starting to get into it a little bit here. And the 2-1 inside, missed. And DiCarlo has watched 3 straight go by now after fouling off the first pitch. It's 3-1. The pitch. Swung on and sent into left field, scorching to the left fielder. Sanchez comes up throwing. Waving home is Fernandez, and they're not going to get him. The throw was cut off, and it's an RBI single for Vincent DiCarlo. Got a hitter's count and got a fastball. Did not miss it. 2-0 Sock Puppets here in the first. That'll bring up Justin Munoz, one of the top talents on this team out of Millbrook High School. First pitch, swung on, sent high in the air. Plenty of room for the third baseman Vasquez, moving in and making the catch about 3 feet inside the third base side fence. That'll retire the Sock Puppets here in the first inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. They take a 2-0 lead after 1 inning.
We're going to play Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? So I am is the last 5th grade question. You guys think that you got it? Oh, that's my microphone after. All right. All right. The last question is, what is the chemical equation for water? You know, we got some smart 5th graders here in Alamance County. You know what? Give it up.
Back here for the top of the second in this exhibition matchup between the Sock Puppets and the Melon Heads. The Sock Puppets taking a quick 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. So Bubba Sims back out to the mound for his second inning of work, and swingman steps in for the Melon Heads. First pitch is high for a ball. A guy with tons of pop in his bat. He was drafted by the Baltimore Orioles in the 13th round of the 2010 MLB draft. 1-0 from Sims is high, ball 2. Guy who played at the University of Mount Olive, about 2 hours away, 120-mile drive from Burlington. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Swingman given the last nod in the pregame home run derby to try and give the Melonheads a head start, pick up a couple runs. They fell 1 home run short. He put balls in the bullpen out in right field. The 2-1 is in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sims popping the glove there on the 2-1 pitch. Guy was amassed over 400,000 followers on Instagram. 2-2 pitch to Swingman. Inside. Still no offerings as the count now full. Swingman dancing out of the way of that one. The 3-2 from Bubba. Swung on, fouled back against the netting. It was a 1-2-3 first inning for the Southeast Alamance product. The Melonheads team that can put guys home. There are quite a few people that still play baseball or recently played independent ball. The pitch to Swingman, swung on and missed, and Sims humming along now. He's got 3 Ks through 4 hitters. Swingman retired to begin the top of the 2nd inning. In stands Chris Vasquez. Plenty of accessories for this guy. Got a double arm sleeve. And the first pitch is in there. Strike 1. Well, the national anthem standoff continues. The 0-1 upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 from the righty. Swung on and missed. Lots of swings and misses early on from Sims. And the count 1-2. Just over 2,000 followers on Twitter for Chris Vasquez. Swings and sends a fastball high above the seats here in Burlington. And into the parking lot, we'll get another 1 ball and 2 strike pitch. The pitch, inside, 2-2. Swung on, sent high and deep to left field. Weish giving chase, gets in the gap and makes the catch. And the loudest out of the day, Chris Vasquez making some hard contact, but it kind of hung up there for a little too long. And Weish able to run it down for the 2nd out of the inning. It's Hours ducking out of the batter's box. First pitch misses for a ball. The count 1-0 to the center fielder of this Melonheads team. Checked his swing, didn't go, and home plate umpire says it's upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. .2-0 from Sims. Comes downhill and finds the zone for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch in there. Called strike. It's 2-2. You can see the bling on the neck of Lane Hours. Nice two-piece bat as well, the black handle paint and the blue barrel, and he went all the way around nearly there. It's a 1-2-3 second inning for Bubba Sims, working through the heart of that order that inning. 4 strikeouts already for the Southeast Alamance product, and Burlington holds a 2-0 lead here in midway through the second inning.
So this is two-time All-Star. Roadhouse fans. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse fans. That's a pretty good thing. What's number 2? Question number 2. You time in MLB. What was your favorite MLB memory? Last question, we got a bunch of young kids here. What is some advice that you had to these young kids that are out there playing baseball and have aspirations to be like you were doing? Man, we love to hear it, ladies and gentlemen, Mickey Settleton.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning, Burlington jumping out to a 2-0 lead. It's been 6 up, 6 down from the starter Bubba Sims. And in digs Mason Pickering, left-handed hitting catcher from Austin P. Leans back in his stance. Left-on-left matchup to start the second. Pickering hits the first pitch he sees down the right field line, and it'll get all the way off the wall. Pickering rounding first and heading into second base. Lapros chucks it in, and it's a leadoff double for Mason Pickering to start the second inning. It's the second extra base hit that Strings has issued. He puts the leadoff man on for a second inning in a row. We'll bring in the Elon product. Brent Smith stands in. Pretty solid year for him. He started 21 games in his sophomore season. 215 this year for the Phoenix. It's an early RBI opportunity. Strings throws home. Swing and a miss from Smith on the first pitch. That long curly hair coming out from underneath. Other North Carolina kid, went to Terry Sanford High School. And the 0-2 is in the dirt, ball 1. Pickering leading off a second. No one gone here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch home to Smith. Swung on, grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Pickering being waved around third. Smith will stroll into first base, and they'll think about taking second. It's an RBI single. Smith leading all the way off of first base as White Rose had come in as the cutoff man, and Smith will retreat to first base. It's 3-0 Sock Puppets here early in the second inning. And the 9th man to bat in the order, and stands Braden Moranto. This team decorated with great infielders. Only 2 of the rostered outfielders have made the trip to Burlington so far. So Moranto, the second baseman, watches the first one in there for strike one. Redshirted this season at Southern Miss University. Fantastic player. Won the Class 3A MVP in 2023. And the 0-2. Swung on, lifted high to right field. Laprose trying to keep it in the park. He'll chase it back to the warning track. It's off the top of the wall. Moranto nearly running Smith off of second base. And it's an extra base hit for Braden Moranto. So some lefty pop in the bat here in the second inning as both left-handed hitters have extra base hits. We'll reset the order back to the top for Bryce Clavon, and still no one out here in the second inning. Clavon having conversation with the catcher Chase Corsi, who goes by CTG. Digs in. Two men in scoring position for the Kennesaw native. The 0-0 is outside, ball one. Clavon, 255. He played in 42 games this year at Clemson. Named a top 100 prospect in the upcoming 2027 draft next season. The 1-0 is in there. One ball, one strike. One from String, swung on, grounded to second softly. 5 points Vids is out of the game. That's the umpire channel, who can't quite come up with it, and 2 runs will come across for Burlington. It's now 5-0, and that should hit the cap for the inning as fielders begin to grab their stuff, and the umpire motions for them to switch off. So facing nearly the minimum that inning. It's an error on the umpire channel, and the 3-run cap reach. So that ends the second inning. 3 quick runs, just 4 hitters needed that inning. It's 5-0 Burlington after 2 innings here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. after the quick bottom of the second inning. Burlington plates 3. They take a 5-0 lead. We're back for the top of the third inning. Bubba Sims out for his third inning of work. He'll have Rodrigo Sanchez, White Rose, and Chase Corsi this inning. First pitch to Sanchez is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 in there. It's 1-1. Hard fastballs from the right-hander Sims. Recent graduate of Southeast Alamance. And the 1-1. Skips before the plate, gets past Pickering to the backstop. And now the count 2-1. Sanchez awaits the 2-1. Swings and fouls it back behind home plate. One of the 2 guys on this team that travels with one of the entertaining teams in the Banana Ball League. Plays for the Texas Tailgaters, but this was a guy who was in independent ball as a pitcher not too long ago. Back in 2024, that one fisted foul. Another foul ball from Sanchez. He played for the Marysville Drakes in the Pecos League. Struck out 121 hitters in 2 seasons. And an 8-6 record. 2-2 pitch is sent foul again. And Sanchez kind of spoiling pitches here. So Sims will get it back on the rubber and try another 2-2. The pitch. High and in, full count. For the Melon. Heads. And in stands the power threat, White Rose Baseball. We're in number 19, a guy with about 15,000 followers on his Instagram account, but he has a Clips account, nearly 200K followers. Watches the first pitch go by for ball 1. There's the low-cut pants, neon green socks. 1 batting glove for White Rose. The 1-0 strike inside part of the plate. Sims finally regaining some of the control that we saw in the first 2 innings of the game. Just 1 walk for Sims today. That's Sanchez, who stands at first base, and 4 strikeouts for the righty. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Maybe got a tip of it into the glove, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans starting to fill up the bleachers on both sides here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Sun peeking above the clouds from beyond the third base side, and that one just misses. It's now 3-2. Sims in danger of losing his 2nd straight hitter to start the inning. The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. White Rose goes fishing, pulls his head out of the box, and it's 5 punch-outs now for Bubba Sims. In stands CTG catching. Chase Corsi, obviously getting the start behind the plate. Similar approach, just a batting glove on the bottom hand. And the first pitch from Sims is outside for ball 1. Some action now in the Burlington bullpen. Some other guys starting to stretch. Bubba Sims more than likely not throwing a complete game tonight in this exhibition series. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. CTG. And it puts it at 1-1 as the Anthem standoff has now dwindled to just 1 player on the Burlington side. Still 3 going strong for the Melonheads. They have not moved since the national anthem. They've stood in place with their caps resting on their chest. 1-1 pitch from Sims. Swing and a miss. Hard fastball at the top of the zone. And late on it was Corsi. It's now 1-2. Sims nods home. Comes set. Sanchez leading off for first. Swing and tap foul off the inside handle of the bat. The Melonheads with such unique jerseys. The purple jersey with the watermelon stripes on the sleeves, and then the helmet that literally looks like a watermelon you could find at your local grocery store. The 1-2 pitch is called. Third strike. Beautiful bender from Sims. He's up to 6 Ks, 2 in each inning. And that'll bring up Connor Burrell, a current college baseball player at Oglethorpe. Spent most of his time on the mound. 4-1 record last season in 31 2/3 innings and 17 appearances. First pitch to Burrell is a curveball in there for strike one. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled back. Quickly 0-2 to Burrell. He's amassed nearly 3,000 followers on Instagram. This team just decorated with those content creators, and what a chance for them to come out and make some quality content. I'm sure this will be a smash hit on some of their platforms. The 0-2 is checked, and no look from the home plate umpire. It'll say he held up in time, and now the count 1-2. Noah Greenwood bat from the 10-man in this order. 1-2, swung on, lifted, it's barely in play, and Smith covers it up, makes the catch, and it's a quick 1-2-3 after the walk. Still no hits allowed by Bubba Sims, and he's up to 6 punch-outs. Burlington still leads. It's 5-0 midway here, the third, at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Back here for bottom three at Burlington Athletic Stadium. 5-0. The Sock Puppets leading over the Melonheads. Some defensive changes for the Melonheads as Ball Glove King is in the game, and he'll start to play at third base with a glove that's about 24 inches long. First pitch to Orlando Fernandez, misses downstairs, a 1-0 count to the shortstop. Doubled and scored back in the first. And the 1-0 is low. It's 2-0. Still strings out on the bump for the Melon Heads. And some action in the Sock Puppets bullpen. A righty getting loose. 2-0 misses upstairs. Fernandez working it quickly to 3-0. Outfield shading pretty shallow to the power hitting Fernandez. Hit 13 blasts in his junior season this year. Watches that one go by. 4 straight. Fernandez on to lead off the home half of the 3rd inning. In stands Bruce Weish. Bounced out to 3rd in the 1st. Stringzio's home. Curveball in there. It's strike 1 to Weish. The 0-1. Swung on. Grounded sharply to shortstop and into left field for a base hit. Past Reben, who dove to try and knock it down. And Weish has his first hit of the game. Moves the runner up to 2nd now. It's 1st and 2nd with no one out here in the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Devin Mitchell. First pitch to Mitchell. Swing and a miss. Mitchell hard cut over a changeup, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swinging a tap foul. Mitchell early doing a lot of fishing outside of the zone here in these at-bats. It's now quickly 0-2 for the outfielder who played at North Carolina State this past season. No one out in the 3rd. Sock Puppets lead 5-0. The 0-2. Hits Mitchell, and they are loaded here in the 3rd. Jimmy Strings has worked himself into a little bit of a jam. I'll bring up Vincent DiCarlo. RBI single in the 1st. DiCarlo hitting from the right side against the lefty Strings. Infield playing back outside of the first baseman White Rose, who plays just in front of the first base bag. First pitch to DiCarlo's in the dirt. It's 1-0. The pitch. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. No action on the Melonhead side of things, but Rodrigo Sanchez and Connor Burrell, 2 of the guys listed as possible pitchers for this squad in this one. 2-0 pitch to DiCarlo. Swings and drives it deep into the right center field gap, and ours will have to get on his horse. It's going to roll all the way up against the Visit Alamance sign, and this will clear the bases. Heading towards 3rd is DiCarlo. The throw into the shortstop. Reben is knocked down, and that is going to end the inning. It's a bases clearing 3 RBI double or triple for Vincent DiCarlo. And the 2nd inning in a row, Burlington sends just 4 guys to the plate and pick up the max 3 runs in the inning. 8-0 Burlington after 3 at Burlington Athletic Stadium. head to the fourth inning now. Burlington has now jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Tim's day is done. He goes 3 shutout innings, strikes out 6 guys. So in comes Vince Coker. And the first pitch from the righty, Coker is in there for a strike. Would have been teammates at Walter Williams High School with Tate Jones, one of the pitchers on this squad. Some of the Honda ATVs making their way through center field. 0-1 pitch is hacked at and missed. On the count 0-2. The 0-2. Swung on, tapped back to the mound. Coker makes the play and fires to first. And it's a quick out for Vince Coker out of the pen. The umpire channel retired. So he'll get interviewed from his dugout. So with 1 down, that'll bring up Lapros. Struck out looking in the first inning. First pitch from Coker. In there, strike 1. Breaking pitch, and get some jeers from one of his teammates. Just outside the dugout. It's not really a dugout for the Melon Heads. The sock puppets are mostly seated in the dugout, some standing, but the Melon Heads have just gathered right outside for the most part. 0-1 pitch on the black for a called second strike. Quickly 0-2 on Lap. Coker shakes. Lap gets set. The 0-2. Swung on, tapped softly to shortstop. Fernandez makes the play, throws to first, and beats him by a step to record the second out of the inning. In stands Rebun. Carter Eben grounded out to third in the first inning. Still searching for the first hit. That one swung on and sent high in the air to shallow center. Moranto moving under it. It's a 1-2-3 fourth inning for Vince Coker, and the sock puppets right back into the dugout to try and do some more damage. But they lead 8-0 over the Melon Heads here in this exhibition contest midway through the fourth inning.
We're going to edit some house rules here. All right, for the rest of the game, the sock puppets only get 2 outs. The sock puppets only 2 outs. For the Melon Heads, we're going to do that game race here. You guys can slow and run it on their pace. We're going to see if you guys can get it here. Starting here, Mr. Cardi Worthy, 2 outs. For the rest of the game,
I'll lead off the fourth inning. Justin Munoz will stand in. Munoz doesn't offer at the first pitch. Out of the bullpen, Rodrigo Sanchez, the only guy to reach base for the Melonheads tonight. Fires a curveball in there, 0-1, and goes right back to the well, 0-2 quickly. Munoz tied up inside his first AB, popped out in foul territory to third base. Does not offer at another breaking pitch, which bounced about 5 feet in front of home plate, so the count now 1-2. Munoz set the all-time career home run record at Millbrook High School, where he went for 4 years. Wasn't a crazy number to break, just 10 home runs, but he hit his 11th home run in April of this year, and then tacked on a few more after that to give himself some breathing room atop the charts there. Doesn't swing at the 1-2 pitch, and now it's 2-2. The Sock Puppets 2 in the first inning and then 3 in the second and third for an 8-0 lead in this exhibition matchup against the Melonheads. 2-2 count for the catcher, first baseman Munoz. Inside, now full. The 3-2. Inside, and Munoz, who was down 0-2 in the count, has worked a walk, and the leadoff man is on for the 4th straight inning. That'll bring up Mason Pickering, swinging a hot bat. Laced the double down the right field line in the second inning, and then scored on the hit from Brent Smith. Already 8 hits tonight for Burlington in just 3+ innings. The first pitch. Pickering bounces off the plate, and it's inside, 1 ball, no strikes. For those of you tuning in for the national anthem standoff, that is still in effect as the 1-0 pitch is clubbed down the right field line and foul. Still 3 players for the Melonheads, including who was supposed to be their starting left fielder, Rodrigo Sanchez. The 1-1. Swung on and clubbed foul down the right field line. Pickering out ahead of 2 in a row now, and now the count 1-2. Munoz leading off of first. No one gone in the inning. Cameramen in front of the left and center fielders in this inning. And upstairs, it's 2-2 to Pickering. The 2-2. Downstairs. Make it 3-2. So Sanchez, who worked quickly to get ahead of Munoz and quickly to get ahead of Pickering, in danger of losing the first 2 batters of the inning. Quick throw to first, gets past White Rose, and Munoz will slide over to second, around second, and head for third. White Rose just now getting to the baseball, and Munoz steals 2. And a throw to the ginormous glove over at third base. Ball glove king scoops it up and fires it back to the mound. Sanchez says, "My bad." It's a 2-base error. Full count to Pickering. Coming set. Sanchez. From the stretch, goes home. Pickering inside. Ball gets past the catcher, CTG, and it's a easy run scored there as Munoz waltzes into home and gives Burlington a 9-0 lead in the 4th inning. In stands Brent Smith. Had an RBI single in the second inning. And the first pitch to Smith. In there, strike one. Oh, 1. Swung on and sent softly up the middle. It's going to somehow find its way through the second baseman and shortstop hole. And over to third base goes Pickering. It's a 2-hit day for Brent Smith. In on his hands, just barely got enough of the ball. It barely slid it past. That's Coach Aaron R. at shortstop now for the Melon Heads. Tremendous story for that guy. Aaron Roussel. First pitch is low to Moranto. The shortstop, Aaron Roussel, playing shortstop for the Melon Heads right now. A guy who started his collegiate career playing junior college baseball at the age of 40 years old. The 1-0 is in there. Moranto did not like it, didn't want to chase it, so now it's 1-1. Holds the bat off his left shoulder, now comes set. The 1-1, Moranto stabbed at by the catcher, CTG. Pickering sprints home. There's going to be no throw. Slides in safely. It's an even 10 runs for Burlington. Both runs scoring this inning off miscues between the pitcher, Sanchez, and the catcher, Corsi. And now in danger of not recording it out in the second, third, or fourth inning after getting out of the second without the run cap being hit. Smith slides to second. The 2-1 to Moranto. Swung on, lifted into medium center field. Hours ranging over. Tagging from second is Smith. And he starts running in and then chucks it in. And White Rose will have to track it down. Smith tagged from second. And the bat boy Tyler Schaefer makes the trek over to the Melonhead side of the field to pick up the bat. So it's a productive out. It's the first out recorded in this game since the first inning. Took 12 batters in between Munoz's foul pop out in the first and Moranto's fly out to center field here in the fourth. In digs Clavon. Hard contact in both at-bats today. First pitch to him is outside, called first strike. Clavon singled in the first, had an at-bat with 2 runners in scoring position in the second, reached down an error, and that one sent high and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Hours. He circles and makes the catch. Smith will tag from third, and the inning will end. It's a sac fly for Clavon, and Burlington extends the lead.
I wanna dance in the lights. I wanna rock your body. I wanna go for a ride. Hop in the music and rock your body. I wanna dance in the lights. I wanna rock your body. I wanna go for a ride. Hop in the music and rock your body. Rock your body.
So right now we're taking it audio only until we can get those back online. In the meantime, the Sock Puppets have stretched it to a 10-0 lead. And maybe their toughest test of the night. Connor Burrell is the pitcher for the Melon Heads coming out of the timeout. This is a guy who currently pitches on a collegiate baseball team over at Oglethorpe. Last season, a 4-1 record and 31 2/3 innings, 11 walks and 25 strikeouts. But his first test is a tough out. Orlando Fernandez digs in to lead off the 5th inning, and the first pitch from Burrell is swung on, tap foul back beyond home plate. No balls and 1 strike. Fernandez plated the first run of the game. He had an RBI double in the first inning. And then walked and scored on a bases-clearing triple in the 3rd. 0-1 outside, just crazing that dirt as it comes in, and count moves to 1-1. Burrell with a camera placed directly behind the mound, filming his at-bat, similar to the last time he played for this team. Fernandez gives that one a good crack. It's out to shallow left center field. Sanchez moving in. Actually, that's one of the subs, Ball Glove King, who moved from 3rd back to the outfield, and they moved Vasquez back to 3rd. He comes in and makes the catch with about a 24-inch glove on his left hand. And so it's a quick out here in the 5th. And just the 5th out recorded in this game. The 6th out recorded in this game. They got 3 outs in the 1st and then 2 in the 4th. It stands Bruce Weiss, 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a run scored. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, off speed from Burrell, and it draws a grin from Weiss, who readjusts his batting gloves and steps back in. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Weiss quickly down 0-2. Spitz puts his glove under his armpit and readjusts his gloves once again. Taps both sides of the plate, puts the bat on his right shoulder. Comes set. Burrell working out of the windup from the right side. The 0-2 is a defensive swing from Weiss, who sends it foul out of play. The ball chucked in from the Burlington bullpen. And some message from the Burlington bullpen. There's still a standoff going on from the national anthem. This would be quite something if they were able to make it to the end of the game. Weiss swings without lifting his feet. Vasquez scoops it at 3rd, throws to 1st. It's 2 quick outs here in the 1st inning. Into the game at first base. Got to give a shout out to my guy, Taylor Duncan, who records the putout. Only 2 outs needed. That will actually end the 5th inning. And for the first time in this game, it's a 0 on the scoreboard for the Sock Puppets. They lead at 10-0 after 5 innings. Back in just a moment for the top of the 6th. Back here for the top of the 6th inning. Currently working through some camera issues here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Again, the exhibition game today between the Melon Heads and Sock Puppets. It's 10-0 Burlington through 5 innings. Giraffe Neck Mark will stand in to lead off the 6th inning for the Melon Heads. And some of the Melon Heads have moved over to the Burlington bullpen and have begun to talk to some of the players over there. Tate Jones remains in his spot with the standoff of the national anthem. Giraffe Neck Mark swings at the first pitch and taps it behind home plate for a foul ball, and 0-1 as Vince Coker gets ready for his 3rd inning of work. He had a very quick 5th inning, just 2 pitches, a line-out double play to right field, and then another quick fly out to get out of that inning. So a runner starts at third base. Giraffe Neck Mark double hits that ball. He hits it foul and then hits it on the backswing and taps it now 0-2. Ready for the 0-2. No batting gloves for Giraffe Neck Mark, and he watches the 0-2 pitch just low. Pickering tried to scoop it up and frame it, and the count moves to 1-2. Vasquez the last out of the inning, leading off of third base. It's the 2nd straight inning. The Melon Heads have started with a runner at third. The 1-2, missing inside, nearly got him on the lead arm, and now the count even at 2-2. Pitch from Coker, swing and a foul tip into the glove, and Vince Coker picks up his first strikeout of the game, and now 1 down here in the 6th. That'll bring up Rodrigo Sanchez. He's done just about everything in this game. He's the only base runner that the Melon Heads have actually generated on the offensive end. Still looking for their first hit of the game. Also pitched the 4th inning. Swings and sends a line drive into left field for a base hit. The Melon Heads have their first run of the game. Sanchez brings in Vasquez from third, and the Melon Heads make it 10-1. Teed up the fastball, great piece of hitting, and they will not be a no-hitter, and there will not be a shutout in Burlington tonight. In stands the 8-man, White Rose Baseball, struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Now Sanchez represents both base runners. He's reached base in both at-bats tonight. 1 out in the 6th. First pitch to White Rose. Swinging a hard crack, but lined right at the center fielder, Clavon, who's not wearing a glove. There's 2 influencers out in center field as it gets past Clavon and cut off by the left fielder Weiss nearly all the way at the wall. The heave into the plate, Pickering jumps for the ball, and Sanchez scores all the way from first. A loud scream from White Rose and celebrations at second base. It's an RBI double. Clavon is wearing a long instrument on his glove hand, and I don't think it appears to be something similar, even longer in length, to what Ball Glove King was wearing earlier in the game as he points towards the Burlington bullpen where Ball Glove King was standing a moment ago. It's now 10-2. Clavon was playing shallow. He charged in at the ball, then he tried to make a last-ditch attempt to stab at it, but it got over his head and rolled all the way to the 400-foot wall in center field. So 2 quick runs in this inning, just 1 out. That one's in there. It's 0-2 to CTG. Struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Coker comes set, looks back the runner at second. Fakes like he's going to take off, and the 0-2 way outside. It's 1-2. We apologize for the technical difficulties of the cameras being off. Still with you here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. A 10-2 lead for Burlington. Runner goes towards third, swing and a miss. A defensive swing from Corsi, the catcher. Tosses his bat aside, and the runner moves up as White Rose was pinch ran for Vasquez. So Vasquez trying to score his second run of the inning. He's at third base. 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Connor Burrell. The pitch home. In there, a breaking ball. No balls, 1 strike. Pickering's bounced a few back to the mound tonight. That one nearly getting away from Coker. And the 0-1 is low for ball 1. Coker, a recent graduate of Walter Williams High School in nearby Burlington. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pickering stabbing at that one in the dirt. Trying to get 3 runs across after being shut out in the first 5 innings of play. Coker comes set, the 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow left field. Weish coming in, camps under it, and makes the catch. But not before 2 Melon Heads runners come across and score to cut into this Burlington lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Burlington holds a 10-2 lead over the Melon Heads. As the sun creeps under the clouds and sets off for the night, we welcome you back to Burlington Athletic Stadium for the bottom of the 6th inning here in an exhibition tilt between the Sock Puppets and the Melon Heads. It's been all Sock Puppets in this game. They were held scoreless last inning. A pair of flyouts. Devin Mitchell in to lead things off. 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out looking in the first and was hit by a pitch in a 3rd inning. And Connor Burrell out there for his 2nd inning of work for the Melon Heads. Trailing 10-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Mitchell coming hard at that fastball. Burrell wears a backwards cap. Has an orange tripod holding a camera directly behind him on the mound. The 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5.91 ERA and 17 appearances last year at Oglethorpe College for the right-hander. The 1-1. In there, called second strike. Want to remind you the Sock Puppets getting 2 outs per inning now, trying to get the Melonheads to sneak back into this game. The 2-1 pitch from the 1-2 pitch from Burrell swung on and lifted in foul ground. Running out of room at third base is Vasquez. He can't quite make the play. The ball lands in front of a fan who nearly gets it on one hop, and he's got a souvenir for the night as he runs off to show his family the souvenir he just got. And a mad dash in the third base side bleachers. And gets up to his dad in the top row and shows off his souvenir. 2-2 from Burrell. Swung on, lifted. This one in play in foul ground. And the catcher, Corsi, can't get to it as the Melonheads dugout is littered in front of the dugout, not actually tucked inside. And so it's harmless, it bounces foul, and the count's still 2-2. Clavon is talking to his teammates on the bench. Wonder when maybe the Sock Puppets could start digging into some of the pinch hitters. One of the guys holding a camera now on the bench could be due up here in this inning, but DeCarlo still stands on deck. Mitchell swings at another 2-2 and lifts it foul behind the first base side. The 2-2 from Burrell into his windup. Throws home and just misses, and he nearly rang Mitchell up looking for the second time tonight. Count now full. It's 3-2. The pitch to Mitchell. Outside. That one was 2-2, so now it's full. Payoff from Burrell. Swung on, nearly broke his bat. He did. It rattled as it went into the ground, and the umpire kid ranging back from second base scoots into center field and makes a nifty play for the first out of the inning. It's an expensive at-bat for Devin Mitchell. The first pinch hitter of the game for Burlington. In stands number 66, not officially rostered this season, getting some looks from the bullpen and his third base coach, Tommy Williams. CTG moving his team back. First pitch from Burrell. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike to number 66. They call it for the slider here. Burrell on the mound. The 0-1 is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out recorded in the inning. They only need 2. And working into his windup. Burrell comes home. Fastball tapped, softly fouled down the right field line. So now it's 1-2. Trying to make it back-to-back innings without runs allowed for the first time tonight. The 1-2 pitch home. Swing and a miss upstairs. Burrell got him on the heat. And it's back-to-back 1-2 innings, although Burrell is standing on the bump as if he's going to face a third hitter. And now he'll grab his tripod, and that will end the inning. So finally settling into a rhythm now with Burrell on the bump. He's pitched back-to-back scoreless frames. It's still 10-2 Sock Puppets after 6 innings. Coker heading back out to the mound to work in the 7th. Back here for the top of the 7th inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The umpire kid leads it off with a ground ball to shortstop. Fernandez scoops, throws to first on a lob. It's an RBI ground out for the umpire kid as Vasquez ranges home, and they cut it to 10-3. In stands number 22, he's got the pencil bat. That's Aaron Roussel watches one go by. It's 0-1. This guy, a 40-year-old who played his first college baseball at age 40. Unbelievable story for Aaron Roussel. Swings and misses. It's 1-1. The Melonheads chasing 7. They were in a 10-0 hole. Have gotten 3 back over the course of the last 2 innings and held Burlington scoreless. A defensive swing and retired on strikes is Roussel. Coker picks up his 3rd K of the game. And so in stands the pitcher, Jimmy Strings. It's his first official at-bat of the game. He went 3 innings on the mound and allowed 8 runs. Batting from the left side. Took some pretty good BP hacks before the game. First pitch is outside for a ball. One of the other guys on this team that entertains in the Banana Ball League is a fiddle player for the Texas Tailgaters. 1-0 pitch is in there. Called first strike on the outside part of the plate. 10-3 the score in the top of the 7th. Burlington over the Melonheads. The 1-1 from Coker. Swing and a miss late on the fastball from Strings. Now it's 1-2. One-two from Coker. High. Went off speed. Like maybe an Ephus or changeup from the righty. So the count works even. It's 2-2. 2 down in the inning. The pitch. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jimmy Strings. Just 2 hits in this game for the Melonheads. They came in back-to-back hitters in the 6th inning. And Pickering can't quite squeeze it. It's a 2-out walk drawn by Strings. And in stands a dangerous man. He had a hard hit ball last time. Instead, they'll actually pinch hit. So one of the representatives from Alternative Baseball. In stands Samuel Barrett. No batting gloves for number 37. The 2-out. First pitch to Barrett is inside for a ball. Taps both sides of his cleats with his all-grain wood bat. Readies his hands and gets set for the delivery from Coker. 1-0 pitch is in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barrett, one of the 2 representatives from ABO, alongside Taylor Duncan, who was in the game at first base earlier. Barrett watches that one go by. It's now 1-2. Looks up towards the sky as he regathers his thoughts. Puts the bat over his head and now taps the plate once. Readies his stance and awaits the 1-2 from Coker. 2-out walk. Over at first base is Strings. He leads off. And a 1-2 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed by Barrett to end the 7th inning. We go to the stretch. Melonheads trying to dent into this Burlington lead. It's 10-3 midway through the 7th inning here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. That's sweet. Well, we start off the bottom of the 7th inning after the stretch. Burlington leads 10-3 over the Melon Heads, and after one pinch hitter to lead off that inning. Vincent DiCarlo back out to start the bottom of the 7th for the Sock Puppets, and still facing Connor Burrell. The right-handed pitcher goes back out there for another inning of work. 2 solid innings for Burrell as the first pitch to DiCarlo lifted above the stands and out of play. He seems to have found the code. 2 shutout innings, albeit both 2 out innings for Burrell, so only 1 1/3 innings officially of work. The 0-1 to DiCarlo is outside and stabbed at by the catcher CTG, goes to the backstop, and now it's 1-1. Lights on here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Just a hair after 8:30 for the exhibition game between the Sock Puppets and the Melon Heads. Wind up from Burrell, throw home, and DiCarlo smashes a fastball into deep right field. All the way back and up against the wall. DiCarlo is going to touch first and head into second. It's his second extra base hit of the game. And his third hit, he's just a home run shy of the cycle. We'll see if he gets a chance to attack it in the 8th. Looking at just one more set of at-bats after this inning. So the leadoff man on for the Sock Puppets after 2 2-out innings pitched by Burrell. It's the first hit he's given up, the 10th total of the night for Burlington. In stands Justin Munoz. Popped out and walked and scored a run back in the 4th. And hacks at the first pitch, checks it foul. No balls and 1 strike. Burlington scored the first 10 runs of the game, and then it was 2 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th for the Melon Heads. Out of the stretch, 0-1 to Munoz. Swing and a miss. A hard cut at a fastball on the outside part of the plate. And now he's down 0-2. The future Virginia Tech Hokie, Justin Munoz. It's been in MLB draft conversations potentially in next month. The 0-2. And a groan from Burrell as he lets go of that one, but it misses high and away. It's 1-2. A Super 60 attendee from Prep Baseball Report earlier this year. He's the number 2 ranked catcher in the state of New York, a Hackensack, New Jersey native. The 1-2 to Munoz. Offered at it, did not go around, and now he did, and it looked like he did. So it's a K for Burrell. And so now Vince Coker will stand, and he'll hit for in front of the catcher, Pickering, who still waits on deck. And kind of mixing the pinch hitters in. So Coker, 4 good innings of work on the mound. Now he'll get to swing the bat with 1 out and a man on second, who's DiCarlo, leads off. First pitch from Burrell. Down low, Coker watches it, ball 1. The anthem standoff ended last inning. Not sure who won as they both kind of departed in between the inning. Sorry to let you down there. The 1-0. Another groan from Burrell as he comes home. It's high for ball 2, and CTG walks out. He says he's trying to get something for his video. That tripod just a few feet behind the mound. If a Sock Puppets hitter was able to grace one past the head of Burrell, it'd be a scary sight for that tripod setup. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a hard contact. Nearly hit the tripod. Hard bounce to the shortstop. Over to first base. It's a wild throw, and Duncan has to go retrieve it. All the way to second is Coker, and in to score is DiCarlo. It's 11-3. Burlington has its first run since the 4th inning. The error goes on the shortstop, Reben. In stands Pickering. He scored 2 runs in this game, doubled in the second, and walked in the fourth. The 0-1. In there. Called strike. 0-2 to Mason Pickering. Coker leading off a second. In danger of being set down. And just 3 batters after being set down. 1-2, 1-2 the last 2 innings. 1 run in this inning. 11-3 the lead, and that one's outside. Now 1-2 to Pickering. Played for the Governors at Austin Peay last season. Guy was the number 4 catcher in his class. The 2-2. High and away. It's now a full count to Mason Pickering. Another one of those guys who's from Oklahoma. Muskogee, the hometown for the left-handed hitting catcher, Mason Pickering. Slight movement of the bat on his left shoulder. Comes set. Now a pickoff move. Burrell tosses towards second. Has to almost work around his camera. Full count pitch. 1 out in the inning. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Pickering's down, and Connor Burrell has worked an efficient 3 innings here. As the second out ends the inning. So through 7 here, it's 11-3 Sock Puppets over the Melonheads here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Well, back here for the top of the 8th inning. Just 2 more tries for the Melonheads to dent into this Burlington lead, and they're going to get some help to start the 8th inning. The bases will start with runners at every bag. The bases loaded, and the pinch hitter for the Melonheads, a.k.a. Scarlett. She live streams MLB The Show and other content on Twitch and YouTube for 200,000 people. 58,000 followers on Instagram, and she'll hit from the left side. It's Vince Coker back out for his 5th inning of work. Burlington needing just 6 outs to send this home crowd home happy with an exhibition win.
Number 2, a.k.a. Scarlett.
Runs in each of the previous 2 innings. First pitch to Scarlett's outside for ball 1. A real chance to get back into this game. The 1-0. Swing and a miss late. To catch that one was Scarlett. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ethan Coker in his 5th inning of work. Works from the right side. Lobs one home. That's outside. Swung on and missed by Scarlett. It's 1-2. Toes the rubber from the side closest to his dugout, and the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Pickering blocks it, and that is strike 3. Scarlett down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So in stands Duncan, who is playing first base, wearing number 95. Hefty stance, lots of bat waggle for number 95. First pitch swung on, grounded softly down the third base line and foul. Active on the base paths as the umpire channel was nearly halfway to third base. Fernandez works him back towards second. 0-1 the count to Duncan. Coker comes set, delivers home, swing and a miss. And now stealing home, Pickering was late to pick it up, and the Melonheads get one across. Pickering thought it was a foul ball, and now the umpire will send Lapbros back to third. It is a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Duncan with a chance to do some real damage and get the Melonheads back into this game. They trailed 10-0, scored 3, and then gave up 1 in the bottom of the 7th, so the score stands at 11-3. The pitch, swing and a miss. Duncan's down on strikes. It's a pair of Ks to start the frame, and trying to work out of a bases-loaded jam that he didn't work himself into. Coker now with 6 Ks on the day, 2 coming in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and now 2 in the 8th. Ball Glove Kid will work into the box for his first at-bat. And hits hard contact. He's using an aluminum bat. It's the first time we've seen someone swing aluminum tonight. Bases loaded, 2 outs. An 0-1 count. I mean, this guy went out in the field last inning. It had about a 50-inch glove. It was about the size of a child. And that one is cut on, and that's enough for strike 2. So now 0-2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Working out of a bases loaded jam. Vince Coker strikes out the side in order. And that will end the 8th. It's 11-3. They can't score with the bases loaded. And so we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here in Burlington. 11-3 the lead for Burlington against the Melonheads. Well, if you ever sat in your living room and watched the Home Run Derby, perhaps you would recognize this setting right here. About 50 people line the infield and outfield right now for the Melon Heads. So perhaps the toughest at-bat that Brent Smith will have for quite some time. He's got to try and place it in between the entire cast of Melonhead characters. Ball Glove Kid works on the mound. He's actually using a regular glove this time. And there's just one out needed to record this inning. Welcome you back to Burlington Athletic Stadium. Josh Rother here with you ahead of a bottom of the 8th inning, the last ABs you would presume for the Sock Puppets tonight, protecting an 8-run lead that they extended out to in the early innings of this game. So Brent Smith has 2 hits in this game. He singled in the second and singled in the fourth. Scored a run in that second inning. And had RBIs in both of his at-bats. The Ball Glove Kid has the entire army behind him. And if Brent Smith hits this ball in the air, it'll be really tough for him to find a spot to put one down. First pitch from Ball Glove Kid home is outside for ball 1. No one out here in this bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-0 is in there. Called for a strike. CTG couldn't squeeze it behind the plate. And Smith having a chat with the catcher, grinning as this exhibition game rolls on to the 8th inning. 11-3 the lead for Burlington. The 1-1. Swung on and lifted foul. Soft contact from Smith, and now it's 1-2. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Brent Smith digs back in. The pitch. Swung on and sent into right field on a line and caught in right field by one of the Melonheads players. And I think that does end the inning as Smith will head back towards the dugout and Ball Glove Kid nods off. They want another out, so we'll get another at bat. It's the 9-hitter Braden Moranto stepping in. If you're filling out a scorebook, you can write L9, but that was about one of 8 Melonhead players who line the right field area right now. Moranto 1 for 2 tonight, smashed a double in the second and flew out in the fourth. First pitch from Ball Glove Kid in there for strike 1. And now the Sock Puppets for the first time tonight have begun to line the outside of the dugout. But the Melonheads dugout empty. Every player's in the field. Moranto smashes one to right field. That is off the wall, maybe bounced, and Moranto will round first hard, and it's a huge throw in by one of the Melonheads players. Moranto worked back towards first. It's a long single, about 300 feet of power from Moranto, and he gets to first base for his second hit of the night. Here comes Clavon to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight officially. He had a single in the first, reached on an error in the second and had a sacrifice fly in the fourth. First pitch to Clavon. Outside for a ball. Back pick to first. Is speared on a hop over there. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Clavon. Hasn't batted since the 4th inning in an 11-3 lead for Burlington. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Clavon going downstairs. Trying to chip it out of the dirt, and it's 1-1. $11 runs on 11 hits for Burlington tonight. The Melonheads with 3 runs on 2 hits. Clavon watches that one bounce before the plate. Now it's 2-1. The pitch to Clavon. Swung on and sent hard on the ground to the shortstop. Fielded by Reben. Throw to first base. Skips past the first baseman and off the tarp, where it's retrieved by one of the cameramen. Moranto runs all the way to third. And so it's the second time Bryce Clavon's reached on an error tonight. And Orlando Fernandez typically hits from the right side. And he'll hit without batting gloves from the left side here. Trying to get an RBI as a switch hitter. First pitch to Orlando is outside, a called strike. Grazed the dirt near the feet of Fernandez when it crossed the plate. It's 0-1. Ball glove kid comes set. Swing and a miss from Fernandez, and now it's quickly 0-2. Swing and a tapper back to the mound. Ball glove kid makes the play. Throws to first, which is dropped. Fernandez tries to speed up. And that will end the inning. So no runs come across to score for Burlington. Moranto stranded at third. And Clavon over at first. It's 11-3. Just 3 more outs left for the Sock Puppets to get here in this exhibition classic with the Melonheads. We're going to need a miracle here in the 9th. But it starts with Taco Meat, one of the 3 guys who was in the anthem standoff, and he'll start with the bases loaded, hoping to get the Melonheads an improbable comeback against the Sock Puppets. 11-3 the score here in the final inning of play. Vince Coker still on the mound, his 6th inning of work tonight. He misses downstairs. The count 2-0 to Taco Meat. Serious pop in his bat if he can get a hold of one here. The 2-0 pitch is in there. Coker finds the zone. We appreciate those of you who sticked with us through this exhibition game. The camera's looking to be back online for right now. We apologize for the technical difficulties early in the game, but Coker working now, a 3-1 count to Taco Meat. Swing and a miss at the 3-1 fastball, and the umpire kid's trying to steal home. Pickering will run him down, and that's a quick out. Tries to pull a fast one on the catcher. And the umpire channel will trot back to the dugout. First out recorded on the base paths. Not trying to run themselves out of a quick inning, but a chance to pick up a second out. The 3-2. Swinging a foul tip. Taco Meat glancing up towards the sky, which is dimmed all the way into black as the Burlington night sets in over the ballpark. Lights illuminating this field for one final half inning of play unless the Melonheads can string together an improbable comeback. 3-2 count to Taco Meat. The pitch swung on and tapped foul. Coker back on the rubber. Another full count pitch coming to Taco Meat. The 3-2. Inside, he walked him, and so it would have been a RBI walk, but instead Taco Meat will bound towards first base, and now trying to steal Barrett, throw over to third is not in time. So another chance to do some damage. The Melonheads get a runner thrown out and a rundown in between third and home. In comes Tree. He points up towards the press box as he digs in. Two windups with his bat, gets into his stance. Slight bat waggle, bounces his front foot forward, and Tree swings and misses at the first offering from Coker. So it's 0-1. Barrett off of third. A runner off of second, and Taco Meat off of first. That one's in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Tree. Swing and a miss. Laid on a fastball. It's another K. And if you didn't think the ball glove kid was going to end this game with a bang, well, he's got about a 50-inch bat with a barrel that must be at least a few inches long. And he's holding it from the middle of the bat. The first pitch. Swing and a miss. He's late. And he gets 3 strikes to make contact. A guy who owns hundreds of gloves in his collection. Holds it in that Mickey Tettleton stance. And he winds into it and sends it into left field. It's foul. He's doing the Mickey Tettleton swing in front of the skipper, who I don't think picked up on it quite yet. He's sitting at the far end of the dugout, away from where he started the game. Another 0-2. Swung on into left field, foul again. He keeps hooking down there. And the umpire out of balls. Down to their final strike of this game and trailing 11-3 with the bases loaded in the top of the 9th inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Pickering freezes it, and the game is over. The Sock Puppets take an exhibition game over the Melonheads, 11-3. What a night at the ballpark. Bubba Sims and Vince Coker combined for 9 solid innings on the mound. Some dancing out in center field as the players gather on the mound. They'll get their season started tomorrow against the Kingsport Axemen at 7 p.m. and back at home on June 8th against Pulaski to open the home season. The 2026 Sock Puppets team gets early run production and never looks back in an 11-3 win over the Melonheads. Want to thank you for tuning in from Burlington Athletic Stadium. Saying so long and good night. Josh Rothert here with you in the booth. Have a great night, Burlington, and be back on Monday for the home opener against Pulaski. Signing off.